G'day, my name's Mark Noonan and these are some of my favourite NTFL memories. Yeah, ended up in Darwin in October '98 originally. I was one of the interstate field umpires that was invited to come up and help fill the numbers back in the late '90s, and yeah, loved it so much. I come back a second season back and forth between Brisbane and Darwin, and then after I making it on the Queensland State League panel, I knuckled down there for a fair while, and injury kind of led me back up to Darwin in 2005. Yeah, first NTFL memory for me was I was appointed to an under-16s game at the old Archer Oval on a Saturday afternoon, and between the Palmerston Magpies and Catherine Roos, and the game was starting at 4 o'clock, and myself and one of the other interstate fieldies at the time, we went out there. We got there about an hour and a half early, as you do in the southern states, all prepare, get ready to go, and rocked up to the ground and waited, and got to 3 o'clock and no teams, no people. I was like, okay, maybe we're at the wrong ground, and got to 3:15, there were still no players and teams, and we thought, oh, hang on, maybe we're at the wrong venue. So we ring through to Brian Mathers, who was the coach at the time, and he said, no, the game starts at 4, someone will turn up pretty soon, they should. So got to 3:30, and then all of a sudden a couple of blokes from Palmerston Magpies committee turned up, started unlocking the old Archer change rooms there, and then all of a sudden the players turned up out of nowhere, and then about 10 to 4 the Catherine bus rocked up, and 25 Catherine Roos kids jumped off the bus, and all of a sudden it was game on at 4:05. So that was my first taste of territory footy, so yeah, back in October of '98. Definitely, yeah, working my way up the ranks and into NTFL Premier League was always a great challenge of mine, and worked it up. First game between Waratah and Wanderers down at Gardens back in January 2000, so that was a great experience down there in the old muddy oval it was back in the day, and yeah, umpiring with the likes of Greg Ostler is still going around these days, and Brad Ainsley. I'll never forget my first senior game, and then when I returned back in the mid-2000s, then yeah, definitely the first NTFL Premier League Grand Final between Buffs and Saints in 2005-06. Was a really crackerjack close game all day, and yeah, never forget your first Premier League Grand Final. Yeah, Brett Roseberry, who's now done 8 AFL Grand Finals in the field, myself and him and a lot of the other interstate boys come up in that 98-99 season to umpire in Darwin to help boost the numbers, and yeah, I mean, great to see him now progress along, and over 300 AFL games. And 8 AFL Grand Finals, just to be a good close mate of him and see his development over the years is just fantastic to see. And I remember umpiring the old Fred's Past Oval. The cricket pitch was just full of mud when we had the real wet seasons back in the day, and went to call play on and went sliding through the mud, lost the heel of my boot, and just kept sliding like an ice skating ring right from pretty much for about 25 metres, and managed to call play on. Managed to almost slip on my backside, and then get back up and half call another play on in the contest. So that was a pretty funny moment back in the day. Yeah, NTFL footy's always had plenty of characters of many different players that make you laugh and have a bit of fun trying to make sure they play by the rules. And yeah, I mean, you've got guys like Ferret and Justin there out of St Mary's. You've got Troy Parker, who was at Crocodiles. It was always fun characters that we'd have a little bit of friendly banter out there, and then we'd always have a beer after the game. So yeah, there's plenty of different players along the way, but those couple of guys are very funny blokes off the field. You do, especially in younger days, you kind of get caught ball watching a little bit, and yeah, seeing some of the guys take some of the absolute blinders of the specky marks up here that we're lucky to see in the territory, where you think, there's no way this bloke's going to mark, and all of a sudden they just, small little bloke who might be only 165 centimetres, scream over the back of the big centre half, forward centre half back, and take blinders. Over the years, you just go, wow, how good's this? It's the run, the flair, the unpredictability of territory footy. I mean, in southern footy, it's ball up, hard contested ball up, ball up, ball up is where territory. It's It's intercept mark on the back flank. A bloke will have 4 bounces, zigzag around the wing and kick a goal out of absolute nothing, and just that free-flowing, hard, exciting footy that keeps everyone on their toes, which everyone loves, and I love especially in the top end. Some of the other memories, favourite memories of mine over the years, the 90th anniversary match between Waratah and Wanderers at Gardens was a cracker of a game, and we got to don the original white uniforms back in the day that the umpires always used to wear before the colours scheme come in nationally, and both teams were wearing their heritage jumpers from the original game back in 1917 as well, so that was an absolute awesome game to be a part of back on the 90th anniversary now. Yeah, NTFL footy's umpiring's been a huge part of my life. Now I've been classifying myself as a Territorian. I've been here now, been here for over 15 years, and married an Alice Springs girl, and yeah, loving life in terms of footy and life in general, and just the friends and the people you meet along the way. And Darwin's such a transient place that yeah, you make some real lifelong friends, and just the quirkiness and the great fun and camaraderie of being involved with the umpires on game day, but yeah, especially on the training track, that's the main thing. Training tracks, you have some good banter with each other, and just love life in general.